हाय एवरीवन, तो कैसे हो आप लोग। टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट an interview question which was asked by Mastercard in a Java backend interview. Okay, and the question is how you handle exceptions in a Spring Boot application. Okay, so इसको समझते हैं एक सिनेरियो से। Consider you have a user's endpoint, okay, which is accepting user's detail in the request body. Okay, and if user's age is less than 18 years, it throws an invalid age exception. Okay, and if everything looks good, you just save the user details to the database. Now, interviewer will ask how will you handle exception in this scenario. Now, if you say that you are going to use try and catch block, it's a big turn off for your interviewer. Okay, most of the candidates says that you will put this if statement or if this if block inside the try block and write a consecutive catch block. Okay, and then catch this invalid age exceptions and handle it, right? That's not something used in the real world applications. Okay, so to handle any exception thrown by the controller, we need to create a global exception handler class, okay, which is annotated by @controller advice. Once your global exception handler class is ready, which is annotated with @controller advice, we need to define another exception handler method. Here, if you see, I have created another method called handle general exception, and I have annotated that method with @exception handler, and inside the handler I have provided my custom invalid age exception as a parameter. Okay, so when this invalid age exception is thrown from my controller class, this particular method will get invoked. Okay, and whatever the code we have written inside this handle general exception method, that piece of code will get executed when invalid age exception is thrown. So here what I am doing, I am setting the HTTP status as bad request, so HTTP status will be 400, and I am setting the exception message in the response body. Okay, so whatever the message we have set in the controller, like age is not valid, when I call my user's endpoint, I will be seeing user's age not valid in the response body. Let's quickly test our code and see whether it's working as expected or not. Okay, so when I hit this user's endpoint where user's age is less than 14, I get the exact same error message in the response body which says user's age not valid. So similarly, you can configure different exceptions in your class which is annotated with @controller advice.